What a beautiful day, friends. I woke up this morning with the version 7.0 to download, and I realized that my base got blown up. Well, those things happen when you are in a conquest city. We are still in Moscow, 5 days, 24 hours left to this conquest, but this video is not an update about the conquest. It's a video about the officer training, one of the main feature of the version 7.0. A lot of players in my alliance ask me questions about the training, so I will dedicate this video entirely on training. But friends, I will make this short and sweet. There were already some content about this topic, and to be honest, and without hurting anybody, I didn't understand a thing in those videos. So I'll try to make a video so everybody can understand without spending 20 minutes watching me trying to make you fall asleep. All right. So without any further ado, let's talk about officer training. So you will click on officer right there, and I will show you what I'm gonna do so you better understand. So there's two things you need to realize, two conditions when you want to train an officer. First condition, the officer that will train, okay, cannot be trained. And if you train one officer, you can only train one skill. All right, even though if one officer can have three passive skills, you can only train one at a time, or one in total. All right, after that, everything goes. So I will select Saber of the Nation. And why did I select Saber of the Nation? Naturally, you want to start with your preferred officers, the officers you will use the most on the unit you will use the most. So if you're not a whale, you probably only have one or two strong unit, and you want to focus on those units first, because at one point you cannot train all your officers. It's the case for me. I can only train my preferred officer. So I will start with the strongest one, Saber of the Nation, for example. So in the officer screen, you will see on the bottom, skill training, right? If you want to read all the rules about officer training, go ahead. So after 180 days, you have one skill training slot, and after 300 days, you have two training slots. All right. So you click on the first slot. Now you have all your officers with all the skills available. It doesn't matter if it's a level 1 or a level 5. The beauty about this is you can use any skill as long as you don't use two skills of the same category. Okay, so you have offense, protection, balance, and special. You can only pick one of each. And that will let you customize your officer. So let's say that on your main battle tank, you want the speed of Bloody Mary, but the officer by itself is not appealing to you because, quite frankly, she's not the strongest officer now with the recent officer that are more powerful. But there are some skills that you may find interesting. So let's say that your main battle tank is lacking speed. So you can assign your two best officer, and if you want the speed of Bloody Mary, you just train one of the officer with the speed of Bloody Mary. That's it. So you can really customize your troops, and there's a million of combination possible. So that's the beauty about it. And the other good thing about that is, if you're looking for an officer, specific officer skill you're looking for, right, but this officer is not awakened yet, you don't have to awaken this officer fully. You only need to develop that specific skill you wish to train. All right, so that's quite interesting in my book. I think it's a great addition, and Lilith is quite happy because they even if they release new officer, you may want to upgrade the older officers. Okay, so let's start with Savior of the Nation. I'm going to click on skill training. I'm going to choose a skill, a skill from another artillery officer. I'm going to pick this one. Passive skill, increase the firepower of this officer's artillery by 30%. So by training, that's all you need to do. You click once and that's it. He is trained. It doesn't cost you anything. So now this officer gains a 30% of increase of firepower. All right, on top of his skills native to Saber of the Nation. So that's quite a lot. Now, once you click this, Eruptor can no longer train anybody else unless you remove that skill. All right, so that's why you see this the Saber of the Nation face on the skill I choose to train. The other skill I'm looking for is this one. Increase the firepower of this officer's troop by 30%. Increase firepower by an additional 5% while fighting within your alliance active territory. So I find this skill useful. So essentially, so I will repeat that. Sorry, I did a misclick. So I remove this, change or remove, and you start over. I'm going to select this one, and then I will select no, I will go with this one. Reduce the load time of this officer troop by 10%. Yes, so you get a quicker reload. So I'm happy with this. I'm gonna go with that combination, and you can always change after if you do some testing and you find that this officer, the result is not what you expected. All right, and now I'm gonna go with Professor Payne. He's also an exclusive officer, so he got amazing skill, but I wish to add, let's find out. Increase the damage dealt, no, how about this one? Yes, increase the HP of this officer's tank and helicopter by 30%. Why I'm choosing this skill now, it's for the reason is Professor Payne is more offensive oriented. It doesn't have much defensive skill. All right, and if you're trying to have a complete look at all the ground officer and their skills, and to compare which is offensive and which is defensive, I invite you to click in the link, my video description. There's a spreadsheet of all the officers with all their skills, so that will help you find the proper skill. And there's a lot to do also with how your officer behave and how your unit behaves. So with the experience in game, you will find that maybe some unit behave much differently with a certain officer depending of the result you're expecting. All right, so I find that Professor Payne doesn't have enough protection, so I'm gonna add this skill and increase his durability or health point by 30%. All right, and the second skill, so when you click on the second skill, you see some skills, or the second slot, you see some skills that they are grayed out, meaning that you can no longer pick it, since you cannot pick two skills of the same category. All right, so for his second slot, I'm going to choose this skill, increase the firepower of this troop by 30%, and additional 5% if he fights within his alliance territory. So basically, Professor Payne will gain a 30% increase in HP, and you will add a 30% firepower on top of it. There you go. So this combination will be quite devastating, and this is what I'm looking for. And when you want to look at my pairing, so on my main battle tank, the Leopard 2, I have Val and Professor Payne. My go-to combo so far, I'm having incredible results. I'm quite happy with this combination. And if you do have Professor Payne, I encourage you to, what do we have here? Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. There you go. So we're going to test it live, friends, if I have the opportunity. So this guy thinks he can take out this super heavy, but look at my tank. Just like this. Fully buffed with the troop expansion. I'm at 52. I'm actually at 54.2 million because I'm missing one unit. One got destroyed. So this is what you're gonna get, and this will increase your total power. All right. So like I said, this is my pairing for my main battle tank, and I got the added speed on Valkyrie and added firepower and durability for Professor Payne. Same thing for Saber of the Nation. I picked Antonina, and on Antonina, which skill I picked? Let's find that right there. Right there. So I got the 15% increase of firepower and 5% increase of HP, and I added the increase of the damage by 15%. What is damage? What is firepower? That is a good question. So when you click on your unit, you see my firepower is right there, 12.3 million. And if you click on firepower, you will see damage. Okay, so depending if you want to add troop damage or officer damage, officer skill damage, or if you want to add more firepower or HP, which is best? I don't want to overcomplicate things, guys, because there's so many combinations available, and your unit will behave differently depending on which enemy you're gonna fight against. So I don't want to go into details about it. What I suggest you is try and do some testing and pick the skill training combination you think is the best for you. Do you want more firepower? Do you want more durability? Do you want a special skill? Do you want more blast damage resistance? Blast damage resistance is against artillery. So if you pick this against a tank, maybe not the best thing. You want more maybe protection against armor, right? So that's it. It's as simple as this, guys. Officer training, if you're not happy, you just click on it, remove or change, and you build your own combination or your own secret recipe, and maybe you want to talk about it, which is best for you. It's a tough question to ask, but maybe with some feedback of other players, you will get a better idea, or that will inspire you. And one last thing, so like I said, maybe for Antonina, I should pick better skills, but I do not have Eye of the Providence awakened yet. So I could simply upgrade this skill. You see, so increase the firepower of this officer's artillery by up to 40%, by an extra 10% when fighting outside your alliance active territory. So I could only upgrade this skill, which I find quite good. It's not going to cost me 720 statues. It will cost me a quarter of those statues only for this skill that I wish to train. All right. Same thing for maybe another officer, another strong officer like this guy. You see, if you're looking for more base resistance, you may want to increase. No, not this one. Not this one. Is it this one? Yeah, okay. So increase the damage resist of this officer's troop by up to 10% for your base damage resist. So if you're complaining that your base is burning too quick, simply train this, upgrade this skill fully up to level 5 and train whatever officer you wish to equip, assign in your troop, and there you go, you will gain a 10% of base durability. That's it, guys. It's short, it's sweet, it's easy to understand. If you still don't understand, then I'm sorry. Maybe I explained it wrong. Let me know what you think. Let me know, share with me what is your good combination. What is your go-to combination of officer, pairing, and skill training. I want to hear about it because I may, and right now, don't take this for granted. I'm still testing, and if I discover that better officer should be used, I will let you know. Until then, guys, have a great day. Take care.